Welcome back to the show. Well, we introduced you to a couple of markets already here on the show over the last couple of weeks, and it really is market seasons. A lot of markets kicking off, actually coming up this weekend. And kicking off on May the 28th is the original Navan Market. Here to tell us all about it is Amanda Watson, from the original. I mean, you're the founder. You're the brains behind all of this, Amanda. Take me back to that, because I love this story. You are so ambitious and such a go-getter. Tell me about the inspiration behind this, Amanda.
Oh, thank you, Derek. So I started it back in 2016 in the parking lot of my spa in Navan. So just a tiny little market to begin with. Navan didn't have a farmer's market, so I figured why not get one going. We started, I think, the first market, I had 7 vendors maybe at most. And then before we moved it to the fairgrounds, like I'm going to say maybe we were up to 35, somewhere in there. And then I decided I wanted it to be bigger and better, and as much as I could possibly do. So that's what we ended up doing in 2020, is moving it over to the fairgrounds, and now we're the biggest market in Ottawa.
Unbelievable. So what has been your criteria, Amanda, to bringing vendors to the market?
So we solely focus on vendors who are doing handmade, homegrown, artisans, makers, bakers. We have distilleries and breweries, but we really focus on it being like true local small businesses. So we try and keep it in like Ottawa and kind of just like outside surrounding area for our vendors. But we do have vendors kind of come from all over. But really a lot of focus on like the supporting local and the small businesses.
So you mentioned seven vendors to begin with. Coming up, you're kicking off, you're opening the season on May 28th. How many vendors do you have there?
We have over 200 vendors for the May 28th market. So I think that this market is actually going to be our biggest one. I don't have a final count yet, but I think we're sitting somewhere maybe in 215 vendors for our season opener on May 28th.
Absolutely incredible. Now, with that being said, 215, you obviously can't highlight all of them, but just give us an idea of the types of products. I mean, you can certainly mention some of the business if you like, but what are some of the products that we'll see?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, like basically anything that you could possibly want, we'll have at the market. We have a great youth entrepreneur section. So our youth entrepreneur section will be the biggest one we've had to date. We've got 18, I believe, coming, possibly 19 for that section. So they do all sorts of different crafts and fun things. And then our regular adult vendors, you know, we've got a lot returning from previous years. Like Cookies by Kat is a fan favorite. So she's there with her stuffed cookies. Over in the domes, we've got a new vendor joining us who is going to be doing tattoos on site, which is kind of cool. Okay. So real live tattoos on site. So that's a new thing for the market this year. And then, of course, like we've got Firebox Pizza in the domes. Le Donut Stop is a fan favorite too. So lots of great returning vendors. So all sorts of different food, all sorts of different artisan vendors, and of course all the booze, which is what everybody wants. So lots of booze vendors.
Oh, I cannot wait to come out. We were at the Metcalf Farmers Market last weekend. They kicked off their opening, so I'll certainly be coming out to Navan, one of my favorite spots to go. You also have a kids zone. Tell us about what you've prepared in the kids zone this year.
Yeah, so I started the Kids Zone again. I'm entrepreneurial through and through, and I always like to, you know, go outside of the box. And no markets in Ottawa had a youth entrepreneur section. So in 2020, I started a youth entrepreneur section to highlight all of the amazing kids that we have in Ottawa who work so hard. And it's growing and growing and growing again. So I think the first market, we just had a few. And then now, like I mentioned, this market, there's going to be 18 or 19 of them. So, you know, like all sorts of different jewelry and crafts and artists, like paintings and all sorts of really fun stuff. We've got a kid vendor that's coming that does pizza dough that he's going to be selling, which is kind of cool. So this is going to be his first year joining us. So yeah, it's really fun to come out and support the kids.
Have you got activities too for children, like a family fun zone sort of area as well?
Yeah, so this year we're starting a family fun zone. So this will be the first year that we're going to have this available to everybody who comes to the market. So the market's free to attend. So super important to keep that in mind. There's no admission fee to get into the market. The family fun zone is going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited about it. So we're going to have full-sized, like giant board games on site. We're going to try and switch up the board games every market. So just a little sneak peek for May 28th. There's going to be like a 30-foot Guess Who game on site, which is going to be super fun. And then a big like Connect 4. We're going to have a 40-foot batting cage on site. There's going to be a 9-hole mini putt. There's going to be reptiles on site. We're going to have ice cream and cotton candy and popcorn and all sorts of super fun stuff in the family fun zone. So just another element to kind of have people, you know, come and hang around and something else to do besides just walking around and shopping. So more of like a family fun, family friendly element to the market.
So what you're telling me is I can play some of these games too, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's going to be so much fun. I want to go play the Guess Who.
I'm listening. I'm going, oh, this better not be 12 and under, man, because I want to play some mini putt.
No, not at all.
You've got some live entertainment as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we're going to have, there's a stage in the domes that we're going to have, Eastbound of Bytown is coming to play. They're playing the majority of the season for us. They won't be playing our night market, but they're playing the majority of the season for us. So they're going to be on the stage in the domes. They're going to be playing from 11 till 2. They're a country band, so that's going to be super fun. So you're going to be able to come into the domes, hang out, grab some food, grab some lunch, listen to the entertainment. We've got the first responders in the domes as well, and they've licensed the domes, so they're going to be serving alcoholic drinks on site. So 19 and up, of course. So yeah, it's just the whole domes area this year is going to be like a really fun hangout for everybody.
I just have a few seconds left, but night market you mentioned, that's coming up June 24th. Tell us quickly about that.
I've always wanted to do a night market. It's always been something that's been part of my heart. I just love the vibe of a night market. So we're going to give it a shot on June 24th and see what we can come up with. So you can come on out and have dinner with us, and the family fun zone will be open and everything will be licensed in the domes, and we'll have entertainment that night as well. Yeah, it'll be super fun.
Amazing. Amanda, can't wait to see you. I'll be out there May 28th for opening day.
Can't wait to see you, Derek.
All right, take care. Again, that night market is June 24th. That's a 4 to 9 p.m., by the way. The regular markets are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and I will share the rest of the dates at the end of the show when we wrap things up. We'll be right back after this.